Still says my health status is good, but my PC's uh temperature has gone up 11 degrees since I booted.
Oh, that's not good.
Celsius.
Well, we'll try to keep this within time frame before your CPU dies out. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Masked or Not, starring our wonderful water being and host of the stream, Puddle.
Hello, Ice here.
Her best friend, Spencer, the Super Cat.
He's on mute.
You think I'm super?
Their
I'm not on
spooky
mute, am I?
friend. No, you're not. Their spooky friend, the undead Dahlia.
Yo, what's up?
The quiet and clever Transient.
What's up?
The technomancer specialist, Jace.
Hey kids, you want to see a dead body?
I'm
And
right here.
And their newfound friend and also newfound ally, Red Wish.
It's a pleasure to see you all again.
It's nice to see you too, Red Wish.
Picking up from where we last left off, after a bit of deliberation explaining your current situation to the new guy, however big that was, you all separate into two vehicles and one nosy cat as you set out to either shop or stop an unknown destructive issue. Child. All the while, the group entirely ducking and dodging some suspicious black vehicles. What or who are they looking for, and what is the cause of a large ruckus? Find out soon.
I forgot about those black vehicles.
Didn't they didn't they manage to rear-end each other?
I forced them to rear-end each other. I made a joke earlier before the stream started that I was ready for mercenaries, kidnappers, and vehicular manslaughter, and I wasn't joking.
Hold on, let the DM talk.
Right, almost forgot about the broken bodies that just crashed through the other neighbor's apartment. What was the family's name again? We'll come back to that later. We'll just keep it as neighbors. Seeing how there's slight smoking from the neighbor's house, where Jace was able to convince the vehicles to crash into each other, there does seem to be other sounds of vehicles coming from the other side of the water tower area. It sounds like they weren't the only ones coming across to you guys. How will you convince the drivers to speed on as they are prepping the vehicles and getting ready to pull out carefully?
I'm gonna look to Transient as if for the go-ahead to keep fucking with these people.
He makes a sort of waving gesture at you.
I'm gonna take that as the go-ahead.
And if I recall, the boys were with Des while the girls were with the mother and father, right?
Wait, how is this driving?
You don't think he has a handicap set vehicles? I could have sworn they had handicap set vehicles.
They do. I
They-
just didn't know he
they
had
do.
one.
So, DM,
I thought
I'd
that
like a
was
point of
taken out at the
clarification.
base.
I'd like a point of clarification on something. The
Yes?
nature of the ability to animate machines is not that I can make machines do certain things, like I couldn't turn a car into a fucking transformer, but I can make machines act in ways that aren't necessarily something they normally do, correct?
Essentially, yes. What your animate machines would be is giving them a simulated will, as though they were giving sentience in their current body, not the complete transformation of, say, a flashlight into Gogo Prom, the laser destroyer.
So
Okay.
more
So
like
he could
hacking
animate
and
the cars
less
and
like
say-
the cube from Transformers 1.
So he could animate the cars and say, "Go, be free," and watch them like speed across open fields and whatnot.
For a certain time frame, they eventually will return back to their, inanimate selves.
Well,
Is
that
it-
sounds like it would be very revealing and couldn't be false at a simple car trouble. With that in mind, the nearest are the vehicles like coming in a line like you see in those bullshit Hollywood movies where all the black cars are in a line?
You're able to perceive through several street cameras from your electronic eyes. You don't even have to roll. I already know your perceptions. You are able to see them do a split pincer maneuver. 3 going one street, 4 going the other street. You do
Are they in a
see
line then?
staggered.
Okay.
Like, there's still a couple of other like civilian vehicles alongside them. Like the ice cream
Okay.
truck is with the 3, just in between the 2, and then you have the currently
I have an
still.
idea then.
Go ahead.
For the one where there's 4, I would like to animate the machine in such a way that I hard lock the wheels on one side of the car.
Are you what now?
I'm having it so that the wheels on one side of the vehicle dead stop instantly.
Oh,
Basically,
so like
he's
applying
gonna
the
have to
brakes.
make donuts.
Unless you'd like to apply the parking brake as soon as possible.
Oh no, I want one side to keep going. I want the other side to stop dead. This thing's gonna swerve, and whether or not it flips is dependent on how fast they're going.
All right. If you want to give me a heroic example in that, I can try to figure out how much bonus to give you for your technology for your animate machine roll there.
Oh my
From the
goodness,
sound
there's
of
it-
a
Why?
there's a Deadpool reference to this, I think.
I don't even have a Deadpool reference in mind actually, but that gave me an idea to look for. But
Deadpool 1 brown pants. It's kind of does
here we
it.
go. Like this.
Yeah, I give it a +4.
Okay, so that's a +4 on top of my usual bonus.
Yes. So go for it. Roll me your machine.
I can't even look up
My
sounded
ear.
movies.
35.
So, were you just hoping for the frontmost vehicle in front of the Ford?
I mean, that's what I was hoping for, but if you would like to take charge and narrate as the DM, go ahead.
So, as you're aiming at the foremost vehicle, one of the black sedans, it does speed up a bit. Then the right side wheels lock up, allowing left side wheels lock up, swerving it in front of the other vehicles running alongside. The school bus that was right behind it, with only the school bus driver in it, thankfully. The armored vehicle that was carrying thousands of dollars heading away from the school area back towards the entertainment section area, and the other 2 black vehicles. They're effectively slowed, but there's damages to be done for the future ahead. As I got to make a personal couple of rolls here.
Can I move over
DM.
the bus and manipulate, move out of the way?
DM, I have a question. How far away am I right now?
You are currently in the industrial section area, checking out the woefully simple building, a rundown sewing company that technically ran off of sweatshop labor that is now defunct and is
I would
suffering
like to
major damages.
clarify that last session we finished with me ripping a desk in half and making a break for it to make a distraction for I think it was Daniel and Stitch.
It's stringent.
Yeah.
And we will get to that here shortly.
Can I try and maneuver the bus so that the bus doesn't get damaged? I don't really give a fuck about the armored car.
And you've already set this wheel in motion, and it's somebody else's turn.
Okay.
Cool. Dahlia, Wilda, you are currently sitting in the vehicle, feeling your father's pull the vehicle out in motion. What exactly would you like to do while you're waiting for this?
Dahlia cannot shoot her way out of this, so I guess she's not gonna do anything. She just looks at Puddle like, do you need me? Are you gonna?
All right, so once more, we're heading over towards the supermarket, right?
Yeah.
You too familiar with it? The Cyrus tries to beat. 1 second. Now, where was I? Right. Heading to the supermarket, right?
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
decided.
Are you familiar with it?
Intimately. As she's like pressed up against the door, wrapped in her burrito blanket.
Oh, really? You can show us where the store is, and hopefully there's a wine section there.
Oh, there is.
Ah. Hopefully we won't have any troubles. You find the vehicle starts to head out of the cul-de-sac area. Being followed by Dessa's vehicle as they make their way towards the supermarket area. As you're driving by, I will need a perception check from both you and Dahlia at the current moment.
Okay.
Okay. Looking at that. Okay.
Perception. It is only a +2 right now because of plot reasons.
Not good.
Well, Dahlia, Puddles, you can definitely say it's really cloudy. Kind of dark and cloudy.
Yeah.
Weird,
Eh.
since... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we know the reasons why. I'm looking out the car. Window.
I rolled the 16. What do I notice?
Oh yeah, amongst the dark clouds that you see, some of the a couple of lightning streaking, even though it's supposed to be a non-rainy day. You do happen to see this one tidbit that I'm going to DM you real quick.
Oh boy. Alright, did I restore my bennies? Yeah.
And that has been said to you.
Puddle?
Yeah.
There's a guy with insect wings, flying over into the food district. We should probably do something about that.
Do you think I should go ahead and see what's going on?
It's either that or I try to teleport to him, and that's probably not a smart idea. Do you think you can get up there safely?
You two girls talking about something? As the father does a quick look back during their stop at a red light.
Yeah, I might need to leave the car and go ahead.
What? We're already on the way. We're halfway there already.
There's a bug Superman bad guy flying there. We probably should take care of that, sir.
The parents look over to where you're trying to point out at, but as soon as they look, there's no figure except the clouds out there. While this has been strange, no, school needs to come forward before any of this panicky stuff. We can trust the police on this. Honey, no. I'm not gonna deviate this. We already put this aside too much. Or continue on. You stay in the
All right.
vehicle until we get to the supermarket, young lady.
So what's the worst grounding Wilt has gotten?
As you last recall, give me a check your page.
She's usually a good girl, so I don't think it's been bad.
Double checking to see if you happen to have. Yeah, you do have a jack of all trades. Give me an insight check.
Okay. That's only a +2. Dirty 20.
Last time you disappeared, it was during your birthday, and when you finally came back after avoiding a majority of the day, they gave you a week's worth of grounding and no television because they were freaking out, almost got the police involved.
Remember, on my birthday, I was missing for 2 months.
Sorry. So 2 months, gave you a week's worth of no television and kept an eye on you because of how panicked they were after getting the cops involved.
Well, that's not bad for going missing for 2 months.
Yeah.
That's because they didn't know that you developed superpowers. Now they know you developed superpowers. This might be, a unique reaction from the mother who showed she too has superpowers. Your father has been mostly the disciplinary one. And while he is offering, trying to be disciplinary, you're not quite sure if the mother takes his side on this because she's been nodding at that last bit about pushing this particular portion of your education off. You need to be ready. You need to excel. Can't just be putting, can't be putting the city's need. There's other heroes here, like the police and the secret military.
So, what happens while I am hypothermic if I start going into my water form?
Are you asking if you?
I'm starting to go into my water form.
So as you start liquidating while suffering your hypothermic reaction, you do find like certain portions of yourself just swimming around like ice cubes in the living body of water.
My question is if it's a cloth or leather seat.
I'm also in a blanket.
Yeah.
So the blanket is being soaked, unfortunately. No, your dad's not home yet.
Okay.
And once more, like the frozen portions of you are floating towards the top of where your head technically would be, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But that could just be like the back of your neck if you want to feel it.
Okay, I will wait until the next stoplight and get out of the car because I don't think they put the child safety lock on.
Dahlia
Even
mutters to
if-
you under her breath, should I just, try to see it again and shoot out the window?
I don't think that we want the police coming for a drive-by.
And
Yeah,
I'll-
that's what I figured you'd say.
And on that note, Spencer, after the destruction of that desk that you made, and what did you just say? Scatter.
I just left and didn't say anything. You said that the both of them got away.
Yeah, so you're sprinting out from the industrial area, following slight sections of destruction. A big heavy hole in the four-way area there that's currently being looked at by a couple of construction people. You hop and skip over that. The next section is about a block or two right before that, right before the cutoff section that heads over towards the food food district area or sector, and
Yep.
and the playground that was being made for a apartment area that was right outside of one of the main factories there has been officially obliterated from what it looks like. Something
Hmm.
something either hit this or left this with such an explosive rate.
Interesting. Using my keen sense of smell, can I determine what kind of scent I'm getting off of this playground as I stop and take a sniff?
Go ahead and let me double check your page.
You should.
I want to say give me either an insight or an intellect roll while smelling this with
Let
a
me
plus,
see.
with a +5 bonus, given that you are using your animal senses to try to pick up on what this possible being might be going. I believe that's what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch the trail. I'm trying to be a dog, but I'm not a dog. I'm a cat, and I'm much better than dogs, I swear. Please don't
Honestly.
leave me. There you go. Let's see here. Insider intelligence, you said, right?
Yeah.
My insight's a +1, so I'll go ahead and make that roll a +6. Why'd I say attack? Okay, there we go. So a 1d20 +6. That is a non-natural 20.
Of all the things, you do smell the a weird, faint foreign chemical, almost akin to like a melted plastic meets rusted metal. But along with
that
that is,
doesn't sound safe.
but along with that is this faint, somewhat muggy, almost musky scent. Like, and hear me out. It reminds you of when you caught a couple of crickets back in the back alley of the supermarket. You remember those crickets, those hoppy little guys, kind of dark, and
Yes.
it's chitin. Makes a little bit of cricketing now noise when they're trying to sing, quote unquote.
Oh my God! You don't know what you've done. I am a cat. I smell and sense a cricket in the vicinity of this place. I am immediately going to hunt mode. So by hunt mode, I'll tell you what I'm doing privately because I can't do it here.
Fair enough.
Give me a second.
While you're doing that, I will lay out that as you're sniffing, smelling, and slowly indulging in your cat-like senses, you do hear some prodding as Stringent pokes out from around the corner of a broken wooden fence area. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, trying to distract you.
Yeah, he's trying to distract me. I'm just sniffing just over and over again. And I'm smelling this and I'm like, this smells of cricket. And then he tries to distract me, and like the cat I am distracted. So what is he trying to say?
What the heck are you doing here? We had to run balls deep. Do you not understand how fast the vehicle went? How did you even get here? That doesn't matter. You did not want to follow the thing we just saw.
So Spencer's gonna go, did it have wings?
Bridget kind of makes a visible nod, yes, and gives a shaky hands wavy. Kind of, yeah.
Go ahead.
If you want to call them wings. Darn things disorienting, and I swear I just saw it eat everything.
Did it look like a bug?
Stringent pauses for a moment before looking back over at the person behind the wall, Daniel. You hear muttering like, "I what does it look like, a bug? Dude, I don't know. I didn't get a good look. I was too busy freaking out."
Oh, good. Spencer doesn't get a no. So the first thing that happens is Spencer says, "Don't worry, I know it's a bug." I can tell, like poking his nose a little bit.
You got a booger up there?
No, I can tell it's a bug because it smells like a bug, and it smells like bug all over here. I'll go catch it. And with that, so Spencer has a strength rank of 8. How high can he jump without any restraint whatsoever?
You ever heard of long-legged Larry?
What was that?
You ever heard of long-legged Larry?
No.
Half that high. But okay, so you do manage to. You can. I want to say. Let's see. 8. So that goes from the normal 6. Multiply that. I want to say.
Give me a second. Jump. Oh my god.
Keep in
Oh
mind
my god.
that there is a power called leaping, so
Which
I know.
isn't to be confused with a regular jump. So let me look up.
yeah.
This is just my raw, unadulterated, completely straight upward jump strength.
Not confused with leaping.
Oh, I looked up the song.
Glad.
Oh, I can tell you, you cannot leap
Okay.
high.
I will need your athletics attempts.
Fair enough. Even if this fails, I know what I'm doing. Athletics, you say. What is my athletics? It is a +8. I'll go for it.
Actually, are you
Wrong.
just doing like a straight vertical jump?
Yes.
All right.
Unless you want me to do a running jump, which I think he actually would do a lot better.
That sounds like more appropriate for trying to get ready to up out and leap onto a building or something. If that's what you're trying to do. Which you and I
I'm
both know
gonna
that's
go
not what.
ahead. That's not what I'm doing, and you know it too. I'm just trying to get out of eyesight.
That's fine. Go ahead and give me that athletic roll.
Alrighty. Athletics, you say. +8. That is a 22, DM. Another 14 right on the die.
Okay. Divide that by 10. So that'd be 2.2 meters normally. So you leap 2.2 meters into the air, which I want to say, let's see, a
That's
meter.
about 8 feet. That's about 8 feet or so.
That's enough to
Let me
convince.
do the exact amount.
It's a surprising leap, and it causes both Stringent and it causes Stringent to look over. Huh? The cat's got leaps. His head is turned away from you. No one else is staring at you, as far as you can tell.
So yeah, that's about 7 feet. So second thing that happens is what I told you in DM.
I'll need a
So
stealth for that one.
as soon no, I'm not trying to hide it. Sorry. So I'll go ahead and say I could say it unless you think you could do it better justice.
No, I'll do what I can to paint the picture. So as you leap into the air, the gentlemen turn away in their distracted form. You do a bit of a twirl around in the middle of the air, and from beneath your sweater, these two large, almost swan-like wings. Almost. They're kind of darker in complexion, are covered in fur. Appear, and you just start fluttering higher and higher as you start making your way, following the scent of this bug you've come to hunt down for. Going back to the
Have
boys.
you
I'm sorry, go ahead.
have you found the sorry, hold on. Have you found the speed at which I can use those wings?
What rank is your flight?
10.
Fucking fast.
Want to sit, let me pull up my distance and
Two, yeah. Get about 4 miles around if I wanted to. I like being fast.
all right, at 10, 4 miles distance at a rate of possible 2 miles or 2 hours. Probably faster than that. Remind me again what your speed is. Let me double check
10.
that real quick.
Speed 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
So, and given the fact that it's only about, let's say, within a mile, so you'll be catching up with everyone else within a half hour as you're gliding through at speed, at top speed, or trying to accumulate top speed. You're still trying to get used to the wings, but you're moving, you're
Yeah.
bucking fast.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm trying to get used to. Oh wow, how these? Okay, it's like these are different than legs, but I can move with them. Okay, how do I do this? It's kind of like that. That's my turn. I'll let you keep going.
All right, back to the boys and girls in the vehicle. The girls have, I take it you've taken the chance to try to relay this information with the boys in the other vehicle, or are they still unknown once you attempt to make your bounce out of the current vehicle once they reach the outer limit of the food sector?
Unfortunately, I do not have access to my phone. I
Oh,
turned
boy.
into water.
She did.
If you left it with me, I can check your phone.
I transformed before taking my phone out of my pocket.
Okay, yeah, then, whoopsie.
Yep.
And Jace, I'll need another technology if you're going to mess with the other set of black vehicles, or if you were going to attempt to try to salvage the bus and or armored truck bad situation, because they are kind of messed up. But thankfully, only the driver was in the school bus. No one else was in there. No children or whatnot.
I'm trying to salvage the school bus. I don't give a shit about the armored car. That said, I'd like to make another technology check first to jack into their communications and then hand that over to Transient so he can have some fun fucking with people too.
Fair enough. Love it. Go ahead and give me the roll.
No, 35. So Transient, have some fun. I'm gonna pass him. I guess it would be my fucking BlackBerry so that he can talk into their communications and fuck with them.
That'll work.
As you're handed the BlackBerry, you hear unique, like high-pitched noises coming from it. That's the tell that is being messed with by Jace's technomancy. As several strings of conversations are popping up at rapid pace. We've lost track of the child. We lost track of the child. We lost track of the rest of the vehicles. We forgot destruction's happening over on the other side of town. Forget that. Focus on the child. Where's the latest sighting?
Let's see here. I gotta pull up images. Because you did give us a map, right? I don't remember it.
You're inherently familiar with the area, but let me double check.
There it is. There's a map. Wow.
That's a 32 to save the bus.
To save the bus. As amongst the initial wreckage from the first black vehicle and the second one hitting each other, right as the bus was getting ready to collide in, you managed to force the third black vehicle to swipe into it and force it to go around the wreckage. It's able to correct itself just enough and continue on unabated from the other vehicles. The armored truck, however, ends up T-boning the vehicle that you altered in order to save the bus.
It's an armored truck. It's fine. I'd be more worried about the people in that SUV.
You got me there. You got me there.
It's made to take hits. The SUV is an affordable economy class. It's not made to take hits.
I will make a small adjustment to that statement. It is made to take tank rounds. It's fine.
Wrong type of armored vehicle.
As someone who is the youngest one in this group, I think, let me ask a point of clarification. Have they stopped making vehicles out of steel in 2002?
Not those ones.
No, the
'Cause those-
SUVs.
The SUVs depends on whether or not they're armored.
I'll
It
let the GM
depends.
make that call. Because if not, they're aluminum.
You have your drink. At this rate, at this current portion, we'll say these are privateer vehicles, and they still have the metal in them.
So they still have steel frames.
Redwitch, you are still in the vehicle with them, overhearing this.
So my character has no real context for any of this whatsoever. Do I need to like roll an insight check to see if I can even tell what is going on?
I would love to hear what Red Wish thinks is going on.
Go ahead and give me an insight. I will say -2 due to lack of context. So -2 plus your initial bonus with your insight, and then a d20.
Because I'm not entirely sure what's going on entirely as a player, given my lack of context. So I can only imagine what the character thinks. See here. Insight is listed here. Skills. So that's just a -2. I had a +0. So I have a 2 total DM. The natural 4.
Quite obviously, they're already engaged neck deep in their LARPing. This is actually quite in depth. They've even got they've even developed a unique MIDI game on there that's just developing random text. It's kind of impressive how far these guys are in their game.
So he is convinced that they have connections with people in Hollywood, and that somebody had to have just rented out the entire street. Maybe they are planning to do this as like an advertisement campaign. In which case, he's just outright impressed. Like, for a superhero team, sure, you expect enhanced technology, all sorts of stuff. But these guys are such a great superhero team. They covered the marketing department too, because they understand the importance of reaching the people. So he's going to look at the catastrophe before him. Just the cars being swerved aside, all the damage that's coming up. He's just going to look and he goes, well, that certainly looks fun. I'm excited for more.
All right, DM, what is the furthest point away from the grocery store and the place where my parents are going?
The point where your parents are going, which would be the
Homeroom.
The homeroom supplies is still in the school sector area. They're more closer to the actual university as well as the.
Okay, what is the furthest point in town away from all them?
Away from them.
Away from them and away from us.
furthest point would be over in the entertainment sector. Remember that set of apartments that looked rundown that you guys had to sneak through? That was lived in by most of the employees.
Yes.
Mr. Edict Memory.
Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and send them that way then, using this communications.
All right, so you inform them of
He was
Lack
last
of hope.
spotted at
Lack of Hope Street. We're just gonna call that section there Lack of Hope Street.
he was last spotted at Lack of Hope Street apartment complex, hiding out in one of the apartments.
Lack of Hope Street. God, man, that's fast. How did they move that much? At this moment, while Jace is still trying to focus on the other vehicles with his technopathy, Red Wish and Transient, I would like you guys to give me perception rolls as you're still looking out of the vehicle.
Obviously, I gotta see where the rest of the special effects are. This is downright impressive.
My perception
I love his view on the world.
is a +3. Okay.
It makes me happy.
So that would be a nat 20
Somebody
+3.
passed.
Oh my.
I got the same total, but with an 18 on the die.
So somewhere along the same time that the girls notice you guys in your bits of taking care of the followers, you two look up, notice the dark clouds. Weird, particularly dark day for what otherwise was just supposed to be overcast. And what the hell is that flying in the air? Is that a bug man? As you see, what seems to be a humanoid insect that just seems to be fluttering a bit, heading down towards the food sector area.
We're gonna have to take care of that, aren't we?
Is
Hey,
Wilta's car in front or behind them?
You guys are ahead. We're following.
Okay. Neat.
At this point, you do see another black winged figure floating in the sky as well, trying to follow the previously seen bug figure. But as quick as you guys looked up and looked away to have a short discussion of if you saw was real, you look back up and both are missing.
We're gonna have to take care of both of those, aren't we?
Both vehicles now find themselves coming up to a red light just at the very beginning of the food sector area.
What was the casino called?
There are 3 casinos, particularly. The one that
got leveled.
The one that got leveled was the Class Act. The supposedly family-friendly casino.
All right. Let's send a countermanding order saying, no, he's been spotted at the Class Act.
For Jake, I would like to have him look over to Red Wish and go, "You got any requests?" As referring to the vehicles that are getting screwed up.
You should make that one do a corkscrew. I'm sure that'll really catch an audience.
Okay. I am taking this at face value. I am going to look for one of the vehicles that is one of these pursuers, and I would like to make one of them do a corkscrew. I assume I'm going to have to do some fuckery with the axles and the engine, but I'm going to try.
So you can actually pull that off if you make it go off of a ramp that's only big enough for one set of wheels and a slightly lower ramp for the other set of wheels, specifically split across from the front of the vehicle to the trunk as opposed to side to side. The
Question.
unbalance will actually produce that corkscrew effect.
Question for you, DM. Does Pyrogull have a subway system?
It attempted to have a subway system, as you recall seeing the
Okay.
remnants of one. or trying to build a base in it. But
Okay.
an official subway system has not been made yet, given the fact that the main center of the area has been completely turned into a mining sector, thus slowing any proper subway system being made, given how
Does-
intricate it would be.
Are there like those little areas like you sometimes see on city streets where there are like those little concrete boxes with trees in the middle and benches next to them?
Oh yeah, definitely plenty along the side, especially for the food sector where everyone can
I
come
would
out.
like to try and make the vehicle hit one of those benches, get its wheels up on the thing, and then just speed up.
All right, I'm gonna need a technology check, and then followed by a we'll call this one an agility check for the vehicle. So use your agility check in order to get it to hit it just right to go flying.
That's a 29, and what would the agility of a vehicle be? Because it's higher than Jace.
Go ahead and use your go ahead, use yours +2.
Okay, let me find mine.
At the red light, I exit the car.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll for that. Dahlia, were you also going to attempt to exit?
You know what? Sure.
DM, I think a +2 is still too low, because if you recall, Jace has -5 agility.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
You know what? For this thing, we'll say that go ahead and give it a +4, +2 for the natural vehicle's own agility, and then an additional 2 for the circumstance you're attempting to do, since you are initially trying to mess it up.
Okay.
Ugh.
DM, that is a 28.
And Dahlia's stealth is +4.
Oh shit.
Did you roll on the wrong thing?
No. I just prepare a explanation point RD20, and I had a link instead.
Okay. So with how close you guys are to the supermarket, since it's only like maybe about a block away from you guys, your dad is ignorantly, blissfully unaware. And he's actually making happy mutterings like, once we get there, we're going to find you the prettiest dress for your opening day. And then we're going to find you some nice agendas to use in order to keep track of your day. You're going to love it. We're going to find your favorite Harry Potter one as you exit the vehicle.
And
mother
he is probably looking for parking already because of how weird Pyro Goal is.
Yeah.
And your mother, who has been slightly tipsy and drinking her vehicle wine, yes, she has vehicle wine, has been quietly ignoring your actions, allowing you to sneak off. While she sides with your father, she isn't exactly going to stop you from trying to be protective of the city. What's more, superior duties. And as such, you both managed to escape the vehicle with probably just semblance of what would be like a facade of you guys. The blanket remaining in there, looking like you're just hiding underneath it. And
Yeah.
Dahlia, you're so well adjusted with the folks that they just haven't noticed you gone yet.
With my 4 stealth, I just open the door and they just don't even notice.
You open it in the middle of Cyrus is like blathering about how he's gonna find like all the prettiest stuff for Wilda. He's like really full of himself. The wife, the mother, looks over at you, gives you a bit of a thumbs up, takes a strike, and then continues ignoring.
Dahlia's like, okay, cool.
That being said, the boy, the Des, on the other hand, I need to have him make a roll. Oh god! Oh god!
Also, Dahlia, you see ice floating inside of Wilda.
She's like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's not exactly comfortable.
Des will vocally go, why is Dahlia stepping out of the vehicle? Loud enough for Red Wish and Transient to hear, and Jace. course, Jace can see it from the cameras.
Jace has no option to step out of the vehicle, so he's like, I guess I'll catch up later if you need me, looking at the other two.
Right, you said Dahlia's stepping out of the vehicle?
Yep, Dahlia stepping out of the vehicle. No one has noticed Wilda pouring herself out of the other side.
Dahlia texts the group saying, "Following Wilda, BRB."
By the way, DM, my scores were 29 for technology and 14 for agility.
All right, so, and you were aiming for one of the other black vehicles that was still following you guys or trying to hunt you guys
Yep.
down? So you find one that's over close by, a little ahead of the supermarket area, about half a block down. And as it's trying to approach you, you manage to convince it, this looks like a cool time for a side trick, and make it ramp off this one bench, barely having time for this scientific gentleman who looks like he was just having a proper stroll duck out of the way as it ramps up and corkscrews and lands in the four-way. On its side now, barely cutting off a couple of police officers who were trying to head down towards the industrial sector, coming from the Jellystone donut shop not too far away.
I'm just gonna leave this in villainous memes and let it sit.
Oh, goodness.
Media's gonna have a field day today. Multiple wreckages, multiple vehicles decide, fuck it, today's the day.
You know, I was getting tired of modern society. Let's go for a ride.
Mutterings of a late Y2K starts going in as vehicles start taking control of themselves and driving themselves off the road. We'll get back to that.
Transient will hand the BlackBerry back to Jace. I better go help them. We'll see you at the store.
Are you going
to make a lot of noise?
Are you going to inform Des that you guys are leaving the vehicle, or are you guys just dipping out quietly again? Because I'm going to need stealth rolls if you are.
I'm quietly stepping out of the vehicle.
We've
Red, where's-
divided from.
You're
divided
trying to
from-
make the crippled guy step out of the vehicle, DM.
Listen,
True.
DM, just let it be divided down to the main team and the cripple squad. Just let it happen.
All right. I have no way to not phrase it, but all right. They said it themselves. So Wilda, Dahlia, and Transy will find themselves start heading towards where they last speculated the bug-like being heading down, which was going to be close towards the working pizzeria, just a few blocks away from you, guys, at the current moment. The
DM, that's a 20 for stealth.
That's a 20 for stealth. Jeez, you kids really get into a lot of adventures. As you close the door quietly and Des continues talking amongst himself, he's really picked up a lot of traits from his father.
Jace is just going to quietly remark that I would love to help them, but I'm afraid I am not agile enough to jump out of a moving vehicle. Not that I can tell.
We're at a stoplight right now.
I don't have the agility to jump out of a vehicle.
You got arms?
Dahlia teleports back in, grabs you, and teleports out.
Okay.
And then she teleports back in, grabs your wheelchair from the back seat, and teleports back.
We still got Red Witch in that vehicle too.
Mid-sentence.
Yeah, following everybody else's leads with just sort of like an expression of, oh, okay, apparently we're going here now and doing this. He will go ahead and follow.
You
Just
recall-
excited to see the next scene.
As you're, hearing, as you oversee Transient sneak out and listen to Des as he starts to explain, go into a short rant about you guys are quite adventurous for your young age, especially for getting out in the middle of a vehicle. Dahlia, who you saw get out of the vehicle and follow Wilda,
step around into and out of sight, pops back out from behind you, out of the shadows of the vehicle, grabs Jace as he's in mid-sentence about to ask a question and pulls him underneath. You hear ruffling from the trunk, and that goes.
Hold on,
How
did
do you-
Dahlia get the right wheelchair?
That's the only.
I know what Rockin' Prime looks like.
She has a point.
She does.
I
She
know
does
it's
manage.
a wheelchair that's talking to me as soon as it recognizes me.
Good afternoon, Dahlia. What are we rocking today? Go.
DM, can I make a minor request?
As we all do.
Can this may be more directed at Dahlia, but Greg has just sent me something, and I have to make a request. Can we make a check to see which wheelchair Dahlia grabbed?
Well, I grabbed the one that talks to me, but I guess we can roll to see if I grab the other one first and then
We
switch
can
it back.
skip it if you want. It's just Greg proposed that idea, and I can't let that one sit.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, if we want to keep it in settle mode, and it would be in the shadow, bulk of shadow, would be hard to see depending on what she's grabbing. If she's just frantically grabbing, are you frantically grabbing? Are you trying to be careful?
I guess I wave around and feel which one is technologically like heavier and has buttons.
I would like to say, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
As you're trying to do this, without exactly looking at it, you're literally searching for it with in blind sight.
9. I do have dark vision though. I think. Oh, I did.
All right, we'll go ahead and say that should be enough. Even if I would add 2, that'll be more than enough to find a thick enough handle of Rockin' Prime's usual pushing portion and wrench it out from the dark shadows that it's currently lingering in. So everyone
And I set it down in front of where I set Jace down, and then I help him get into his wheelchair because I did just grab them out of order, which was rude of me.
Thankfully, I can fly. Unfortunately, I'm in public and therefore can't fly without revealing myself. So I just
Yeah. Dahlia mutters like, "Sorry about that. We got a bug man to chase down, and Dahlia's not and then Wilda's not looking so good."
As everyone looks over at Wilda and can see a few ice blocks or ice
Chunks.
forms, ice chunks floating around near the surface of what her top would be as she's in a water form at the current moment.
Dahlia leans in and whispers to Jace, "Is that like water cancer?"
I feel like I have to make an intelligence saving throw or the equivalent so that Jace doesn't blue screen.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll just to make sure that you understand what she's trying to say.
That it might be cancer and Wilda being converted into ice as something that is foreign yet not foreign. But she says it in the dumbest way possible, so.
I want to imagine it's like in Lovecraft when you learn forbidden knowledge and start to go mad and don't know how to comprehend it. That's a 10.
So do you understand what I'm trying to say, or do you think that I've forgotten what ice is?
I'm going to let the DM make that call.
So, through your studies of technology and understanding of how certain biology works, especially with what the current study you were doing for a particular military project that you still have almost finished and have almost perfected, the mere mention of water, a near cell-less molecular structure, having cancer, the reproductions of cell-like structures, there's that weird crossing of how can something without cells have cancer that randomly starts expanding more.
Jace is just leaned over in his chair. He's got his palms together. He's staring at the ground. Rockin' Prime is going to have to take over and carry him for a bit.
Dahlia sees his reaction as, like, since, like, if she, as a person, has cancer, since it's like all your body being weird and making weird things inside of you, if you turn into water, would it turn into... or would it just, like, float, like just tumors floating in water or something?
Would this be an insight check to decipher?
I like the idea that I have the perfect solution, and I've said it to 2 people already.
And we're gonna hold on to that. Right now, I'm enjoying the fact that Jace is having a mental crisis over water having cancer.
And it's not Spencer's fault this time. Spencer didn't blue screen me for once.
It's the undead girl, the one that eats flesh, going, do you think she has water cancer? And just, you want to discredit it. You really do. Because there's no way water would have cancer. But you've never met a person like Willa who becomes water. You have no
Two
legitimate
people who can
backing.
turn into water beings, and one of them's crippled in his water form. Not crippled in his water form. Crippled in his human form, but not in his water form, and I have no idea how the fuck the transition works.
Exactly. And so now Dahlia's bringing things like diseases and genetics into it, and you're just, like, broken.
Can water have disease?
Jace.exe has crashed. Please restart.
Actually, what would I roll to reset myself?
We'll get back to that here shortly. As
Dahlia is like galaxy brain.
we'll get right back to you as we flicker back over to Spencer, who is currently still trying to hunt down on the trail of the scent of the Bugman he just started following. As he's flying from above the air, taking advantage of the clouds, popping in and out of the clouds, slowly coming down. Crackling of lightning can be heard. Spencer can even hear what could be like subtle laughter occurring. Like,
Oh no, the clouds are happy.
exactly, like multiple voices amongst the clouds, but they're even to his cat-like perceptions and his understanding of speech, they make no sense. He's unable to tell what the hell they're saying.
Actually, DM, check my power list again. Oh wait, never mind. Shut up, I'm stupid.
I was about to say, Spencer. So once more,
I thought I had that power.
you hear slight laughter, but you can't tell where exactly it's coming from. Just it's amongst the clouds. But you're too focused on trying to find out where this trail is as you start coming back down over to the oversight of the food industry, and you can see one of the newer pizza shops that you were just growing accustomed to since you've been bouncing around and enjoying pizzas. I know.
My God.
I swear we just send Spencer out to go pick up orders for us so that way he sleeps at night. Because can you imagine super speed zoomies at 3 a.m.?
Oh,
Just imagine, it's like, I saw a bug on the wall. There's a huge hole in the wall now.
Like,
Yeah.
but where's that sound coming down? And it's just Spencer running around in circles. I got the zoomies. Spencer,
And
it's 3 o'clock and you're
there's-
causing a miniature tornado. Please stop.
There's a treads in the carpet that have been burned in through the friction.
Yeah, there's a reason why. Part of me thinks that we just send you out on that we get fast food like once a day.
My favorite idea about that is that there's fucking tile in the house, and we just scramble over it because he has no traction. Like normal cats.
So, as you're looking around trying to find this bug man amongst the damages, I will need a perception check from you, my dear cat boy.
Yes, Dad. All right. I'm pretty sure it's a +6, but in this new form, it probably isn't. I was right. Okay, it's a +3. 7. I did good. I'm gonna roll a Benny on that though. I am in hunt mode. Oh God! Come on!
Mama pal. Mama
That's a
pal.
22.
It's a 20. It's a 22.
Earn that penny. Earn that penny, young man.
That's good because even if you'd gotten a 9, you still would have only gotten a 22.
All right. So as you're looking around, at first the clouds are kind of obscuring your vision. The smell of pizza is starting to like make you lose back, but then you realize, wait, why is the smell of pizza so strong up here? And as you look, you can see the what maybe I was gonna call it linguine nuts, the third pizza place that operates here in the food sector area. You would have thought they would have learned from the defunct Charles Entertainment section. But no, we got more pizza places here. And this one being slowly erupted in a flame as something seems to have impacted and hit one of the boilers of the system deep inside, causing the rest of the building to erupt in a unique fire in a pressurized fireball.
Oh no! A pressurized fireball. I sure hope it rains soon. DM, I'm giving you something in DMs.
Oh no!
Did you not look at mine? Hold on.
I'm looking at your metamorphosis. I'm looking at your metamorphosis.
As I'm thinking about this, about trying to put the fire out, it unscrutinably happens.
Yeah, almost forgot about that portion there.
Almost forgot.
Almost forgot. That's hilarious. Anyway, so as you begin focusing with and really not wanting all those pizzas to get burnt up, you think maybe if it starts raining right there, as a quick lightning like claps around you, and all the water droplets just start forming instantly around you and dropping there. Spencer, I'm gonna need you to give me a will save to keep yourself from freaking out the fact that you just created rain around you.
Yeah, I just created rain around me. Like, hold on. Hold on. If only there was some well-placed rain shower. Oh God, it's raining. Oh God, it's raining.
Oh no! Water!
Who would have
give me
done
a
such a
second.
thing?
What would be a wisdom save in this
will
setting?
Will save.
Will? There's no will. Oh,
There
there
is.
is. Never mind. I'm stupid. Let's see here.
Give me a moment. I'm just gonna need to sit here and think about what system I'm playing.
That is an 11, good sir. I freak out.
Oh no, water is wet! As the wings that you were keeping you in the air fold around you as you try to cover up. You're starting to fall.
How hard? Just maximum velocity.
Very hard.
And as I do that, I think I would lose control of my forearms and go back to my original one. Just be like, water!
So as you start falling and go about 60 feet down, still decent height in the air, your wings retract back underneath your sweater, and you feel your regular cattiness come back to your arms and legs. You're hitting that 120 feet. You're starting to. You're getting ready to. In another 10 seconds, hit that ground. I'm gonna need a toughness check.
Unless I can do anything with acrobatics to kind of graze the side of the building, but I don't think I
Yeah, sorry,
can.
that my bad first. My bad. Acrobatics check, and if you fail that, then toughness. But first acrobatics to see if
Okay.
you as a cat can land on your
I
feet.
think that's a plus 10, I think. I could be wrong. It's the one skill I'm really good at. Yeah, it's a plus 10. I am a cat. 29. Yay, my highest roller.
As you're falling down, you're thinking, "Oh God, what do I do? What do I do? Oh wait, I'm a cat!" And somehow, in defiance of logic, for a few seconds, you grind your legs. You like stomp in the air itself really hard, and there's this comical screeching sound as you slow yourself, air brakes, baby, and then land on the front of the Linguini knot.
I think the first thing he's going to go, I stopped falling, and then look immediately in front of him with the burning pizza place and go, not the pizza!
Goodness. So, as you notice the fire billowing from the pizza shop, you do hear ruffling coming from inside before a noise jettisons out from the left side of the building as something breaks through the wall. Upon breaking that wall, let me double check your passive perception.
It is in this form, I think it's a,
16.
yeah, I could be wrong. Actually, no, it's lesser than that.
15 from what I'm seeing.
15?
Unless I'm wrong and looking at an older one.
My perception is a plus 3 period, so my passive perception would be, I don't know. Where did I find that?
13.
Okay, so
Yeah.
13. You barely see the silhouette of the figure you were chasing as it ducks out from amongst the dust. But as you attempt to go chase it, through natural cat instinct, there is this grating, loud, almost deafening sound erupting from that area. Give me a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Fortitude save. It's a plus 8. Give me a second. Plus 8.
At least I believe it would be fortitude. If something's about to mess up your equilibrium and how
it's
you.
fortitude.
Okay, thank you.
Keep in mind, he's
20
also cat with hyper hearing.
Yeah, so 24, unless you want to decrease that by any amount.
No, that just barely meets it. This noise. It almost hits you down the spine and almost has you like straight up in this weird mixture of terror and primordial fear. But then that sense of, oh, this is gonna be a good catch kicks in, and you're back ready to go after it.
All right.
Go ahead and give me an agility check to keep up with it as it starts making its motions across this town sector.
All right. 1d20 plus 6. I really hope I do well on this. 23.
You manage to follow nimbly, running along walls, hopping up amongst light posts as it goes barreling through other buildings. Cutting back over to the group who have regathered themselves, which you're keeping up with everyone as they're starting to head away from the supermarket down towards where you just saw a obvious fireball explosion happen in the distance. This city does not sleep.
As a minor detail, since Jace is blue screening, I would like to have a little robot arm emerge from Rockin' Prime in his wheelchair form and hand a domino mask to Red Wish. Jace would have done it, but Jace is not okay.
So everybody around me is currently masking up, or is it just him?
To be fair, you're seeing a water being for the first time.
Yes, you are. As you catch up, you are seeing what you didn't see before, the a water being with some ice cubes floating inside them. There's definitely some spot on special effects. If this is still special effects, go ahead and give me a quick insight check to see if you're still convinced this is just a game.
Well, at this point, he's convinced that the fireball would probably be special effects because that's very standard special effects. But the water being, I mean, he knows these people have superpowers, so we'll see. Just flat or with a minus?
Probably a flat. I mean, it's right there.
It's moving.
You've been informed we have superpowers.
I figured. I just want the DM to verify.
They did not exactly say what each of their powers are. They just did specify, hey, yeah, we have superpowers, some stranger than others.
So -2 then?
No, it'll be straight this time. It'll be straight this time.
Okay.
There's no minuses.
3.
This thing's moving like a person.
I got a 3.
I'm gonna stealthily make my mask. I think I succeed.
I hope you do.
You mean the mask you were already wearing?
I'm not wearing a mask yet.
Rockin' Primus put a mask on Jace. Jace is still not okay.
There's this like robotic arm that comes out from the back of the seat as it puts this secondary domino mask over your face.
You know that thing in old 90s cartoons where all the technology was really cube-shaped, and whenever they needed something to happen with it, just a little panel would open up in a square shape and something would come out of that panel that's animated separately? That's what's happening.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
DM,
Always be prepared.
should
Yes.
I interpret that 3 on my own, or do you have something
Oh
already? for that?
gosh, you rolled a 3.
A 3.
That's why I cackled.
I want to let you have the reins on this one. I will give the flavor for it though. These are some very amazing robotics, if that is a robot, because you're not quite sure how the water is still staying in one place. But hey, future is here, baby.
You know what? I guess I'll do a technology roll to see if he can think of how that would work.
Go
Even
for
though
it.
he's not the tech guy.
Do you have a point in technology?
I have ability 1, but it looks like that's just
Let me
flat.
double check.
I'm pretty sure it's flat.
Red wish. Haven't did. He does not have a rank in technology role. He does not have jack of all trades. I will need an
1d20.
plus
Should be a
1.
straight
to
intelligence
get an
check.
intellect. Yep.
Okay, so that's where that 1 is from. So 1d20 plus 1.
Yes. Give to me
Five.
You feel a plastic bag is involved. That's all I can elaborate.
So he's thinking to himself about how they managed to get a puppet with several plastic bags of water with bits pieces frozen in there to behave so well with the strings being so subtle. It's probably multiple plastic bags.
Like if you could have gone up to 10, I could have given you that liquid plastic bit. You know, the stuff where you blow your own bubbles with that stuff. But your family must have been too old school for that type of freaking infomercial to be playing in your household.
I remember that infomercial used to play during Rugrats.
Yes, it
I
did.
feel like my character is just going to be I know nothing, the character.
Honestly, I dig it.
You're gonna beat the final boss and cheer, and then you're gonna have like a moment of realization, like, did you guys not film that?
I'm
Who's gonna-
probably not even gonna realize I was in a fight to begin with.
We'll see. We'll see. So once more, you are pretty sure that it might be some sort of a combination of plastic bags. You're not quite sure how. But as you look back over towards that fireball special effects was, you are now seeing it raining specifically over in that area, and about maybe 100 feet around that particular building there, which is still a good block and a half from 2 blocks from where you guys are at right now. Are you guys heading towards that section there?
Yes. I'm slithering towards that section.
Red Wish and everybody else, the water being is on the go.
I'm following Wilda.
Follow the Wilda.
All right. So is everybody else masking up?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. In that case, completely confident that this is all just part of some kind of marketing thing, and he's been invited, of which he is very flattered. He's going to say, "It's showtime," and you're going to see him sort of wipe his face with his sleeve here, kind of adjust the clothes, take off his his suit, of course, before wiping his face with it. Let me go ahead and show you guys the image here.
Show us the face.
Because I'm not an artist, you'll have to settle for the best AI art I was able to get, because my art friend is busy with other commissions.
No worries.
Let's
As you're
see.
wiping your face off, you look up, and it almost seems like while the group is is slowly following Wilda, Jace and his unique wheelchair that he was sitting in seem to have camouflaged and has gone invisible. Jace, I will need a stealth check from you, please.
I think that would be a stealth check from Prime since it's his ability.
Yes, give me a stealth check from Prime. Double checking Prime stealth. It's a concealment 2.
Cool.
Concealment 2. I don't know how that affects his. That's my stats, not his stats. Hang on.
For those,
There's a +3 to stealth. Okay, so it would be a 5 to stealth with concealment 2, or am I getting that wrong?
I want to say that it's not wrong. I want to say yes. Go ahead and give me that as a +5.
Okay.
Goodness.
Visually, this does look like the Predator stealth. $11.
Okay, Bob. Okay, Jace. Going into stealth.
It always helps when Rockin' Prime shouts as he's going into stealth. So.
that is very fitting.
Listen, the intent will be revealed in the future. It is not in the present that the stealth is important.
So now, with at least one of you guys currently in stealth camouflage and everyone else masked up, you start making your way. How will you try to avoid bringing more attention to you guys as you start seeing people emerge from other buildings from a few blocks ahead, running towards you and other directions?
I would like to send a text to Transient's BlackBerry and ask if we should arrange another car crash.
These people appear to be all on foot. I do not believe there's a vehicle amongst them.
Damn, all right.
Transient is correct. Most of them are running, as no one seems to be trying to get into vehicles. They're too busy panicking.
Oh, and you got cut off earlier, Red Witch. You were going to describe yourself, I think?
Yes.
My apologies.
So-
Go ahead.
For those of you who would be looking at Red Wish as he does this, you'd see that his skin, which was previously looking about as pale as you could get while still being within mostly human pigmentation here, has actually just been makeup that he is sort of smudged around on his face, hence the inconsistencies you see in the picture. A good chunk of it ended up on the sleeve of what seems to be a bit of a padded torso-esque outfit here. It's almost as though he may have been considering being a superhero himself here, and he's just really amped about this. But then again, the outfit looks a little bit more super villainous. As you see, the makeup has been wiped away. You'd see, bits and portions of his face where vein is exposed, not in the sense of a wound or an opening in the skin, but rather in that there's such little pigmentation that the skin itself is translucent, especially around the eyes where the veins are particularly dense. The rest of his hair has been a little bit messed up just by, the shuffling of, the makeup and wiping and getting it into this other set of clothes, really just by taking off the suit and tie as quickly as he can, and then folding it neatly. But while the suit is still pristine, he looks like he's just ready for, go time.
I can dig it. I like
As he sort of tilts his forehead forward like somebody who's ready to break into a sprint at any moment, his forehead does cast a little bit of a shadow over the eyes that seem to emit just this slight eerie glow of his own blood flow.
Oh.
Yes, the old slice of pizza. And thank you for that. Thank you for the description. Honestly, harrowing.
Yeah, I
sounds
really wish
cool.
I had access to my artist friend, but I have him working on other things as my personal art slave, who I also pay good money to.
Commissions. Sometimes they go great, sometimes they go slow.
Right. So as you all start making your way towards there, ducking and weaving, trying to avoid being seen or being discovered or followed, you see the several more series of eruptions and sounds of destruction coming closer towards you. As we pan back over to Spencer, hot on the tails, but just barely missing this bug person that he's following. Spencer, you're just getting ready to come up right behind the being. It breaks into another building, and upon falling into that building, you find yourself in front of 3 young children whose parents don't seem to be in the area at the current moment. They're freaking out, and the roof is getting ready to collapse on them. What do you do? Spencer, are you Gregging?
You might be.
Yes, DM, I was Gregging. I really don't like the Wi-Fi in this building. Anyways.
But did you hear all that though?
Yes, I did. I would like to describe what's in this room
Inside
based on my quick glance.
From your past perception, you can see a short table that they were attempting to hide behind before it got knocked over, as well as the remnants of an entertainment center that's still standing. Looks like it's made of sturdy wood.
Is it like a preschool? Like, how old are these kids?
Like what?
Does it look? Are they little kids? Middle? Like, are they children? Are they teenagers? Or
We're talking the oldest looks like about 9 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, I know what I have to do now. Do I hear anyone else in this building?
With your cat hearing, you do hear the possible you do hear screaming coming from upstairs, as well as the sounds of bones crunching.
A scream from upstairs, you say, along with a snap of bones crunching, you say.
Yes.
DM, I have to do this. Give me a second. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm checking exactly what I have here, just making sure I'm doing this right. Okay. Powers. Fair enough.
Yes. Huh.
Let's see here. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I know what I'm going to do now. First thing I'm going to do is get all of the children who are on this floor. Are they like in a group or are they like scattered
They're all
about the
hugging each
room?
other. They're all hugging each other. So they're in a group.
I grab them easily, like with one arm almost, just kind of helping them up into my arm, like they're all holding. I get close.
We've
And I
had this
tell
argument
them-
about your strength. I already conceded. I understand.
I
You
know.
got 3 children in one arm.
Hold on. I get close to them and tell them, hold on tight in the most friendly manner possible. You know, cat, fuzzy, wearing a very cute sweater that Wilda gave me.
All right. Go ahead and give me a persuasion, Tim.
Oh God. It's a -3 DM.
We'll give it a +5, given the circumstance that you're, popping in to help them in a bad situation. So make that a +2.
And he looks like a cuddly mascot.
Yeah.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
That
Like
makes
you-
3 today.
Like you actually needed that. So they look up and see you, giving them that soft smile. Don't worry, I'm here to save you. And the youngest is just exhilarated. Is just happy hugging you.
Okay. Once they're secure, I help them hold on to me. I rush up the stairs in a fraction of a second, making sure they don't get whiplash by holding them close to my body. What's the situation upstairs?
As you rush upstairs in order to see what the sound was, you see the father hastily trying to lift up a broken beam that seems to have fallen on the mother's leg. I say father mother because the female and male that are still in the same house.
I gotcha. This is a two-story house. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. First thing I do. So the beam has the mother pinned. Is the father pinned?
No, he's actively clawing at this steel beam that seems to have fallen on top of her.
Okay. I come right up with a free hand. I need to make the most intelligent roll I've ever made here. Does it look like moving this beam will cause the house to come down faster or all at once?
Are you actively rolling an intellect roll, or are you
I'm asking about my passive based on what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing the structure do, how fast it's collapsing, and where this thing is going to. Is it supporting the ceiling? Is it just a beam that fell down?
Seems that the ceiling has already been the ceiling on the second floor has already been destroyed. Well, with another large hole there, but like it was torn in half. So that section where the beam came from is already gone.
Okay.
If you were to move it, there wouldn't be anything else falling on top.
Okay. I rush up and I say, is there anyone else in this house?
No, please, my wife.
Okay. First thing I do, I grab the beam and I lay it to the side. I'm not throwing it or anything. I'm just laying it to the side just enough for it to get off of her ankle.
If you're still carrying the kids,
yeah.
I will need a strength check just to make sure you aren't making it more of a problematic as you're trying to finagle with one arm?
All right. Strength check, you say? That's going to be a +8. 27.
You manage to remember to pull towards you carefully as you pull on the steel beam, managing to not cause the injury to become further worsen. As you're able to shimmy it over to the side to where you're able to get access to the mother and father of the family with no trouble at this point.
Okay. Now that that's happened, I pull them all together and I pull out my wings again and I wrap it around them as I throw myself and them in basically out the window with myself as the cushion.
All right.
Like I'm landing on my back, they're all coming with me. I'm trying to slow down the fall with my strength as I hold them and just brace myself with my entire body, my wings acting as their kind of brace. Basically my body is their cushion.
Interesting. Okay, I can work with that. So you do land, you tumble. The family starts looking around, some sputtering some of the fur out, that they got a bit of a mouthful when they were kind of shouting inside your wing ball. But they thank you profusely as, they have a hard time getting the youngest one to let go of you.
Absolutely. So is the youngest one holding onto my sweater?
Just a wee bit, yeah.
I'm going to gently pull off my sweater, and I know that it was a gift from Wilda, but they've lost their house. This is the least I can give them. So I kind of take it off. I put it on the littlest one, kind of ruffle their head a little bit and go, I have to go fight the bad guy now. I'm going to make sure no one else gets hurt, and give them a kind of a wave as I take off into the air.
All right. Turning back over to the boys and girls over here, as you all are making your way, seeing the waves of people coming towards you, running on foot from the current destruction that seems to be erupting from the building themselves towards the street. You do see one lone vehicle that's trying to go around all the panicking people as it approaches, as you guys approach the half block mark that the half a block mark that you guys were at, finishing up the portion you were at. But as you make it over towards the next intersecting street, the vehicle, a decent sized truck comes careening out, trying not to hit too many people, and goes getting ready to flip over onto the side, heading towards a group of 12 people. What do you all do? Consider this a coin-sided action, so don't worry about initiative. Talk it about what you guys are going to do. Then I'll ask for rolls.
Vehicles heading towards them?
Yes, we're talking like a tumbling, corkscrewing truck heading towards a group of 12 who are, panicking and then end up getting stuck in a bit of a pile, as one tumbled and they're all trying to help each other up.
Dahlia can start picking off people on the edges of the group and moving them out of the way with the teleport.
I can make a wall of water, try and prevent it.
Jace is up in the sky on Rockin' Prime, so he can't communicate to them directly, but I'm assuming he can try and get information from Transient via the text.
If I had time to text.
This is happening. Yeah, this is happening within seconds, so you didn't have time to try to do any technological trickery on that particular vehicle before it started corkscrewing. It's already in the middle of corkscrewing, heading towards the group, but you were able to see it from your high area.
Is this like a pickup truck or a semi truck, or is this like a big rig hauling something?
We'll call it a U-Haul. It's a U-Haul that would one of the want to say the second bigger box U-Haul that you normally see.
I would like to consult Professor Greg on something.
Yes.
If I were to hit the side of this vehicle with a lightning bolt, would the force of the impact divert it even slightly?
So when we're talking about lightning, your power sheet on lightning, does it have any sort of repulsion, magnetic sort of field on it, or is it just direct damage?
Let me pull up the thing so I can look at it. But from what I understand, it just says damage 5 and has a range.
Okay. Is it on the character sheet, MetaHuman Portfolios? Okay, give me a second. Because I'm making sure, because if that's true, you might be able to do something here. Okay, so for lightning.
It says lightning damage 5, and then I've got a range of up to 500 feet at its maximum. It's instantaneous.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense to me. So what I can see happening here is because you're hitting it with the lightning, if you don't aim at the lightning itself, if you don't aim at the truck, what you could do very, very fast, if you had the time, since it's instantaneous, if there is a power transformer near you, a power transformer can turn the basically the electricity into a magnetic wave. Basically, my idea here is if you hit something hard enough with that much electricity that's meant to handle electricity, it might cause a magnetic pulse that could push the truck, but you'd have to hit with like a ton more lightning than natural lightning. So my recommendation to you, yeah, that's not going to happen in regular physics unless you really go for it. But
Well, no, it's just simply the amount of magnetic force that would be produced would not budge that vehicle.
yeah, but he said by the slightest bit, but even then, that's not even an inch. However, if you strike this truck, let's say, on the wheel, and you hit it like center on, the air pressure in that wheel might be enough to divert it just a little bit. Now, if you hit all 4 wheels, right when it's corkscrewing towards them with the wheels facing that way, that might do it. But that's 4 wheels.
I don't think I can hit all 4 wheels. I can hit 3 wheels at most, and 2 of those will be lightning bolts for me, and 1 of those will be a laser gun shot from Rocket Prime.
My greatest suggestion to you is maybe to divert all of the electricity into Rocking Prime and overclock him so he can catch the truck.
I guess I will try that then. DM, the reason I consulted Professor Greg is because Jace is canonically smarter than I am.
Understandable. So this is more like you having a personal debate with yourself.
I've had my new neutron brain blast with the help of Professor Greg.
Well, I'm gonna go and make that wall of water.
And I'm still
That is a good idea.
teleporting people to safety one at a time because I can only lift so much.
May I?
Go ahead.
Hang on. Transient and Red Wish, what were you guys wanting to do?
May I please make a perception check to see if there's anything useful in the immediate area? I understand we're pressed for time in universe, but if there's anything that sticks out immediately, like maybe the thing they're caught under is a bit precariously balanced itself, and pushing it from just the right angle may make it crumble in such a way that all the weight's off of them.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Stuff's not on top of them. They're scrambling out of the way of a vehicle that's corkscrewing towards them in the air.
I thought they were also trapped under some stuff too.
No, a couple of them fell in the midst of running, and they started falling on top of each other. So they're helping each other up. That's what they're stuck on. They're stuck on each other.
Oh, each other. Okay. Well, since this really doesn't complement his power set, I'm just going to go with the perception check for now to see if there's anything in the environment that can be used.
I have one idea that I'm going to DM to you.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is the first good roll I've had today.
As you're looking around, seeing everyone else start to sprint towards their position, in your quick sense, by some luck, there is still an operable, working forklift right next to the group of people who are currently trying to help themselves get up. You understand that if used properly, this could help slow and or catch the oncoming vehicle. But to what extent, you're not quite sure, as you're only thinking on the fly.
Okay then. Well, since I'm on the fly, I guess I'll go ahead and attempt to utilize that here. Uh, probably not
Forklift
gonna.
rescue. Forklift
Yep.
rescue.
He's gonna try the forklift rescue here.
You know what you could do? You could scoop people up with the forklift.
No, no, no.
That would be very dangerous.
Yes, it would.
That said, I do not believe my character is forklift certified. So,
You ain't a real
one
man.
thing
Then.
that the player here is going to try and do is basically these people would see a madman with a forklift coming at them before making a turn to try and divert the truck here. And I'm hoping that'll help motivate them to pick up the pace. Can I make an intimidation and a vehicle handling check? Of course, Transit, if you have anything you want to do before me, go right ahead.
This is all happening simultaneously. I've just been
Alrighty.
waiting for people to finish hashing out their plans.
All right.
All right, and for
Conveniently
for
placed
you, Red
fork.
Wish,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
go ahead and give me that intimidation. But after you give me,
Vehicle handling.
if only you had a ranking vehicle,
It'd be a dexterity check.
Give me a D20.
All right. I have. Let's see here. It's straight dexterity and not acrobatics.
Yeah, it'd be straight dexterity because you're handling a vehicle.
Okay.
Not handling your body.
All right. All right. And for the intimidation,
It'd
can I
be
use the illusion ability here and make it look like in their panicked adrenal state, it is outright a monster coming for them?
Sure. And if I'm reading that right, that would be an additional 7 to the intimidation rule.
It'd be
So
DC 17 save on their part.
okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. All right. So I'll make 12.
I will mention
Just
there
roll
is
one for
already a
all.
monster from the freaking news in front of them.
It's believable, and they're panicked. And he has an illusion to help.
No, I understand that.
Yep.
I'm known as the water monster to the news.
Literally only one of them passed. Wait,
Yep.
that's a minus
No.
5 to each of those?
Yep.
Yep.
Because they're all
Literally
in
none
full
of them
panic.
passed. Okay.
They
time
all.
for the
You just made them panic worse.
I'm
A
hoping
neg-
it's
a
more of a
negative
motivation
4.
to get out.
A -4. Oh my god.
Can I use my Benny for this animal handling check? Or not animal handling, vehicle handling.
You can.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
The command for that is what?
Well, you'll roll your d20
Uh-huh.
with your +2.
Alright. I'll stick
And
with that.
then the command is !Benny space -1.
Alright.
Alrighty. So you do manage to convince them that this isn't just an ordinary forklift. It's the forklift of terror told from the crypt from beyond the graves. And so
Forklift jump scare.
And so now the panic is even is heightened. Go ahead and give me your intimidation roll. As you drive towards them, somehow finding the forward stick easier than most, as it was already running. Thankfully, you don't have to try to turn it on.
So my goal here is to try and have that trigger their flight response to make them more efficient in getting away.
Understandable. I still want that.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I'm looking at this passively and compared to what you've already done passively. Don't scratch that roll. You've already got them so terrified. Because you'll get a
Alright.
+9. Passively 19 already beats the now decreased DC of what I had planned because you have them now believing it's the forklift of terror. And we do have about 5 more minutes, so transient.
Quick question, Wilda. Are you summoning water to create the water wall, or is the
It's
wall
my
made out of
body.
you? That's what I
I do
figured.
not have the ability to summon water.
So then we will simply do this. I'm going to let's just create a giant concrete wedge. We'll put that in front of Wilda, so the truck will hit the wedge before it hits Wilda.
All right, since I already had Red Witch roll, go ahead, give me your transportation roll. Wilda, I'm gonna need a strength check from you as you get ready to catch the vehicle. Jace, you're sending in Rockham Prime. I'm gonna need an acrobatics check.
God damn it.
I'm overcharging Rocking Prime and then just launching into the truck.
You're pulling a diva just without the explosion. Got it.
I'm deleting both of those because that was not a roll.
If there are any nerds present, not in the game, obviously, but like in the setting, this would look like something out of fucking Transformers G1.
Robots in disguise.
So what am I rolling for this? Would it be tech or something else?
Acrobatics in order to one jump out properly, and then I would need I want to say a grapple check for him to grab. You said to grab the people or stop or try to grab the vehicle.
He's not trying to grab the vehicle. He's not trying to grab the people. He's slamming into the vehicle bodily to knock it out of the way of the people.
Okay.
Also, it's not really an acrobatics check. I can fly. I just stay there while he goes down.
All right. So if that's the case, have him do an attack roll. An unarmed attack, since you're pretty much having him overclock and shoulder ram into it. Give it a +5 to it with the overclock. This will be considered extra effort on Rocket Prime's portion.
That's
So-
15.
That connects. Go ahead and give me what was the damage for his unarmed?
His unarmed is +3.
Okay, +3. Truck needs to make a roll.
DC 17, according to this thing.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good.
He is Mega Robot Boy.
You managed to break the. You managed to see the back portion start breaking off and tear. The truck is now smaller as that portion seems to fly away from the group, but it is still rolling towards the group as towards the people in danger. Amidst that roll, Wilda, did you roll your strength?
Yes, I had to spend a penny, and it's an 18.
You slow it down as it comes rumbling towards you as you attempt to grab it, but the weight and the roll seem to fumble through your water but you manage to slow it a bit. This gives Dahlia a chance to give me an acrobatics check as you're vaporing in and out of your shadows, pulling these people out to see how many you do grab from the 12 that are staggered them.
Okay. You want me to do acrobatics for that?
Yes.
Okay.
As you're not trying to be stealthy, you are literally launching yourself through the shadows to grab people and pull them away from the danger, as how you phrase it, right?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing them. I'm just grabbing teleport. I teleport, grab, teleport, grab, teleport, grab, teleport. So over and over again.
Also, gonna just roll this. Oh, okay, she's good.
So you managed to get
Somebody
6.
just
You
succeeded.
managed to get half the group out from the danger's way. 6 bodies move as the other 6 are barely able to stand up and see this thing start coming down. At that point, a concrete wedge comes up around them, and in their panic, they go huddle in their panic after seeing the forklift of terror emerge from the corner behind them. They run towards the wedge, clinging to it. At that point, the forklift comes straight in as the wedge finishes being made. The truck, the remainder of the truck clips into the wedge and starts spilling over. Give me I want to say would we have another vehicle check, or would it be?
He's handling a forklift.
And he does not have. Oh yeah, go ahead. Give me a vehicle check again. Go ahead and give me another
Dexterity.
vehicle. And yes, Spencer, from your cat vision, just out of the dust, because this is happening out of the dust, you can see it in the street. You're seeing them do this simultaneously. Almost like they actually have an idea of what they're doing as a superhero group.
DM, I have one simple question.
Yes.
When it clips the concrete wedge, does it look like it's going to fall on Red Wish?
It would, had Red Wish not already fully lifted the arms of the forklift to try to catch the vehicle, and by the exact number, he manages to bring it down slowly, giving the remainder 6 enough time to buck out from underneath the range, from underneath the truck. And
okay. My question is if there's anyone in the truck.
There is still a very frightened duo, a Mexicano duo who seem to be very shooken up that they're moving to a new town turned almost disastrous on just the same day.
Oh no. I'm gonna go ahead and so does it look like the way it's going to impact the ground will hurt them if I did not do anything?
No, thankfully, even if you try to get in there close, it's already being slowed down thanks to Red Wish's almost lucky use of the forklift as he brings it down.
And Wilda?
Yeah.
I'm trying to prompt the DM right now.
Oh, okay.
Wilda, yes, and Wilda. Sorry, thank you. I'm forgetting to give credit where credit is due. You do see Wilda looking somewhat shaken up, but she was you do see her reform after slowing down the truck initially.
Did I take
How
any
does
damage? That's what that 15 was for.
And Ace, the beam was in front of her first.
My apologies.
You're good. You're good.
All right, so the DM is down to 4 bennies.
Yes, burn the bennies.
You know what? We'll take it.
So I found an image for what was actually happening versus what the people saw.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
What was actually happening? What they actually saw.
Yep, and that should be up in Villainous Memes, not in Villain Image.
Oh, okay.
It's the forklift of terror. What are you talking about? It has to be there.
What you've unwittingly done is created our next future antagonist.
So I should have 5 bennies left out of the 6 I had.
Okay. As long as you're keeping track, just fine.
But yeah, all right. So sorry for readjusting that, but I've already made the set of the story and kind of like it already. Sorry.
Again, you edited the scene by spending a Benny. We understand.
Little long games.
If I'm gonna have to go. I just want to see the end of combat, or at least this
Nice.
part of it.
Will do. As we get ready to call it call for the night, as you guys manage to save that group and see Spencer start. I want to say trotting his way over, still on two legs. You do notice that did you have your wings still on, or did you retract your wings real quick?
Damn, I told you I flew off.
Oh,
so
you
they
flew off.
just this
So-
is this is basically what the group sees right now. As soon as they finish, oh good, the truck's done. They look up. Is that? Because he's just flying overhead, like hi guys, and he's just kind of hovering over them right now.
Dolly
Wilson's
just
up there
says,
with him, like, "What's up, man?"
"Well, that's new."
Yeah, cool, aren't they? He just kind of does like a twirl.
So
Hey,
why didn't you
Spencer,
use
look out for those feathers.
why didn't you use those to get to that tailor shop thing again first?
Why didn't I use them?
It probably just never occurred to Spencer.
No, that's transient asking that to
I
Spence.
know. I'm saying it never occurred to Spencer the cat.
I know. Said Spencer's response is like, oh yeah, because I didn't know I could do that yet. What else can I do? And he just like, huh. So I did that one thing before. Is there any fire around us right now, DM?
There's a very important thing though. You see ice inside of Wilda.
He's just like, now what can I snap, and then snap again? It starts raining over Wilda and the group.
Thanks,
Except
I
for
actually
Kate.
had a bruise.
That's the point. It's like, hold on, I can do this snap, and then all of a sudden the third snap, there's just this downpour of light of rain as there's a crack of thunder. He's just like, there, I did it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's also raining on Spencer again.
And then, like 2 seconds later, he just kind of gets the pieces together and says, "Ah!" and just freaks out and hits the ground.
With that, go ahead and get a Benny for that one, Spencer.
I am helping Wilda. And it's not like a light downpour. It's not like a light drizzle either. It is like typhoon level of just absolute soaking rain. Thankfully, Chase is out of the way.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
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 And I think that's where we should call it.
Mhm.
Yep. We'll call it there, and we'll continue on next session. As you guys
Thanks for joining us,
just barely noticed the flying Spencer in the air, but yet to find the cause of all the destruction. I hope I thank it. We once more thank Yuroka Kage for streaming this for us and hosting us for it. And we hope everyone enjoys this session. Hope to see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. Have a good night.